Today I'm going to talk through the SQR Audio Delta behind the seat subwoofer solution for the 73 to 87 square body trucks that we all love. So this lineup is going to consist of 4 different enclosures. There's going to be a 1/2 cubic foot, a 3/4 cubic foot, a 1 cubic foot, and a 1 1/4 cubic foot. So out here on this table, I have 3 of the sizes. The 4th one has not been built yet. So this is the 1/2 cubic foot. It's about 24 inches. Actually, it is 24 inches wide. This is the 3/4, which is going to be 32 inches wide. This is the 1, which is going to be 40 inches wide. And then the 1.25 is going to be 48 inches wide. So those will be the solutions that we will offer. Construction on these boxes, they are glued and clamped and screwed, and they're solid and they're well built. We're using a combination of 1 inch thick and 5/8 inch thick high density MDF. The area that the subwoofer mounts to is actually 1 5/8 thick, and we're doing that for rigidity support, and we're also doing that so that we can recess these drivers back into the enclosures to keep them all as tight as possible. So looking at this 40 inch one here, the 1 inch goes to about here on each side, and then there is a 1 inch brace that ties the front to the back and ties into that 1 inch plate. We're using Dayton Audio gold binding post on them. On the back of these enclosures, we have magnets epoxied into them. The magnets hold everything against the back wall of the cab for a nice sturdy subwoofer box. There will also be some side box options included with this, and we are very limited on the depth on these side boxes. So I'm going to pull this cover up here, and you can see depth-wise, that's about what we have. We can also do some machine work on the inside of the top piece to gain a little bit more clearance, which is what we've done in my truck, which I'm getting ready to show you. These are going to have magnets that hold them to the back wall of the cab as well. They're going to have some quick release latches up here, and they have magnets on the bottom side to lock everything in place. So we're using a lot of magnets. The good thing about these magnets is you don't have to drill into anything, and you're also adding mass to your back wall, which is helping with sound bending and helping to prevent rattles. There will also be an option on the sides for a piece of 1 inch thick MDF. So this is 5/8, but picture this at 1 inch thick with magnets on the back. It wouldn't have anything here, and it would just be painted to match, and this would just basically be a filler panel for the back wall. So if you wanted to, you could mount an amplifier to it, or you could do whatever you wanted to do. So that will be an option. You can do either a side box, just keep in mind the depth is limited on those, or you can do a side filler panel, and that filler panel would be 1 inch thick, so you could screw an amp straight to it if you wanted to. And then there's going to be an option for a corner piece as well. So you'll see these in my truck here in a minute. So these are the corner piece options that we would have. These would bolt to the side of these boxes like that. And I'm doing the same paint finish on these pieces that I am on all the wood to help make the texture tie into it a little bit. So I'm going to walk around here to my truck and lift the seat up here. I can't because it's locked. There we go. You can see I have the Alpha kick panel pods down there, and I have the Gamma tweeter pods as well. Super clean solution for these. So the goal of these Delta solutions was to allow the seat to go all the way back. That's the struggle in these trucks, as we all know. So I wanted full seat travel, which I have. This is the seat in the furthest back position, and it does not touch. And if you watched my other video, I can't really show you here because the box is in a lot further, but you can stick your hand behind the seat, and there's actually clearance between the box and the back of the seat. You can see on the back of the seat, there's a slight ring right there. This fabric is loose, and it just rests against that outer ring right there. So this is the full rear enclosure and solution. This does not have the thumb latches, the quick release latches on it. This was the first iteration. These are just held on by magnets. See if I can get one off here. There we go. So then inside, on mine, I have the amplifier mounted, and then on the other side, I have the crossovers mounted. But again, you're very limited on depth in these things. And then there are the corner filler pieces on each side. So I'm going to walk back around to the other side real quick. And again, full seat travel. And that is a 12 inch Rockford T1 series sub. This will be available for some JL subs, kicker subs. Of course, the kicker squares are always a popular option. Here's the side of it. So behind here, I'm using this space to put the crossovers for the component set. I don't run rear fill on anything, so there are no rear speakers. I have that 5-channel amp powering the front stage, essentially. But yeah, here's some more angles of the box. Getting in there, you can see we're trying to flush up the driver as much as we possibly can. And there's only so much you can do because you only have so much depth back here. So the inside of the box is also pocketed out a little bit to allow the motor structure to fit back there. The 1 cubic foot box that's in my truck has nearly 80 screws, internal and external, to it. The construction on these things is wild. They are built like tanks. They're very heavy. You probably saw some of the weights listed on the website. There's some dimensions listed on the website as well. So if you are interested in these, go to sqraudio.com. I'm going to do a batch of them, see how that goes, and then at some point maybe do another batch, maybe not. We'll just see how it all goes. So thank you guys for watching if you made it this far.